Well, this is where it all started back in the summer of 2020. This is Valencia Trails, a GLHomes community, 55 plus, in Naples, Florida. And here we are, several years later, looking at finished models on Model Row with different choices for you if you're buying a home here. Hi everyone, this is Mary Horesco. You might remember me from that summer of 2020 video when this was all dirt roads and it was all started. It's come a long way since then, and there's a lot here for you to discover if you're looking for new construction. I'm here to help you through from start to finish, which begins really in working with the realtor, not for just another choice, but to guide you all the way. And I'm going to explain that to you as I go along. This community has sold over 600 homes, and they are in the process of being in their last phase, which is at the southern end, where Model Row is here, and the parking is on the north end, which faces Immokalee Road. They are putting in a left turn lane since Immokalee Road is divided, and it's a major east-west road that takes you out to I-75 and other parts of Naples. And as you get familiar with the area, there's a lot of shortcuts, but it's a great place to be, so let me show you around. Here's one section of Valencia Trails. I'm down on Datura Place, which is off of Azalea. These are the Gulf Shore collections, which are all being completed. They've all sold. And you can see the homes in different stages of construction, as well as their different elevations, which is basically the vertical view, which incorporates the roof line and the architectural detail, how the driveway, the garage, and windows, entryway are all situated. They vary somewhat in these models, so they don't look the same. And as you get down here to a cul-de-sac, you have a nice stepped lot, and some are pie-shaped, and these are ideal if you can get them. There's only one other street that will have these, and that's Violet Avenue across the way. I think you can see it here on the other side of this beautiful big lake. And that's the last section of land that's being developed, which houses the other collections that are being built. And right now you're talking high 700s and up for the other three collections. There is not any inventory of Gulf Shore. There's so few left to be built. So if you're interested, please let me know. We can take a hard look at what your options are here, and I can help you with your decisions as well. Here you can see this one, an earlier stage. You can see the green paint. They do seal around the windows and doors, and the lower part, that's just to add added protection for the concrete. And they do wrap the top, and they do insulate the outside wall of the garage as you walk into it. They put in a lot of extras in these homes, and the roofs are well warranted because they use 90-pound paper, the peel and stick, which you see on these, and then the tile. And the peel and stick and paper underneath, along with the ceiling, is what really protects these roofs. It's not so much the tile. The tile is decorative, and they do use flat tile, which is very attractive. Down here at the cul-de-sac, you can get a better view closer up. And the lots here in this selection are 67 feet wide. They're the largest. I'm following one here that's being built. And you can see, if you look at the roof, they do use wood, and also in the fascia and the framing of the doors. And you can see one that still has is being covered up as these go along. And these back up to the lake and are being completed. Here's a sneak peek of the racket club area. We have tennis over here. There's also a pro shop on site, and it's open. And we also have our wonderful pickleball courts. It's become very popular down here. So you are able to do that, and there's an exercise center also up by the sales area, because this facility, the clubhouse, will be opening this summer. And last but not least, we have our wonderful dog park. So those of you who have four-legged friends, they're going to have a lot of fun here, just as much as you. The 3-mile trail that Valencia Trails boasts for walking is basically the sidewalk that goes along Majestic Trails Boulevard. And it does branch over here to conservation trace. And I wanted to show you this because water management is extremely important here in Florida. And it's one thing residents learn as they go. Just to give you some idea, it's a body of water, sometimes acting as a retention pond. And it really provides native habitat for aquatic life. It does filter the nutrients out of the water before it moves on. We do circulate water here, and that's why we have Southwest Florida Management District, Collier County Stormwater Management, and you'll see as you go around the grates, which are inlet grates for water to move it off the roads as well, so your roads stay dry. That's why they're elevated in the middle. And it has what we call a littoral shelf, which are the natural grasses and fauna that will grow here to help retain the soil as well and help prevent erosion, since we are basically sitting on a body of sand. And we also have our natural trees. You'll see scattered around the neighborhood patches of green space. That's required by building code, and it's very pleasant to see. It also acts as a sound buffer. So, and some people like to be on the landscape side as well as the water view. And wherever there's water, you're going to find birds. And you can see them now. And this is their fishing place, because when they are managed properly, the water and its growth, you will get some native fish. So it's a great place to be. And I also wanted to let you know that besides Valencia Trails, GLHomes has done many other communities as well. When Valencia Trails started, they got so backed up with sales that in 2021 they were starting to do lottery, and that's long gone. They do have inventory homes for sale, so there are some available that you can get in before the end of the year or early next year, and that's another consideration. So give me a call and I'll discuss that with you too. Here is the sidewalk that comes out to a street at the end of Conservation Trace and the other part of the lake. Across the way is Lavender Avenue, which houses the remaining Gulf Shore collection to be built. There's only a handful left there. And across the way is Datura Place, as I showed you earlier on in the video. And here I see they have signs posted indicating this is a littoral shelf and it is a protected area. So keep in mind too, this is one of many communities that GL has done. Some of you may want to be in a 55 plus places, some of you may not. Keep in mind too that only 80% of the residents need to be 55 or older. State law allows them to have 20% or less that can be under 55. But they have done many communities in the past, which is why they're well known down here. They started out in Saturnia Lakes. They did Riverstone, Stone Creek. They also did Marbella Lakes. They did Marbella Isles. And they also are in Lee County. They're in one now, starting up a new community that is not 55 plus. Plus, I've worked for other builders too, so you do have options out there. And it brings me to the topic again of why use a realtor. There are a lot of reasons why, but if we look at especially buying new construction, first of all, what is your lifestyle? What are you looking for if you're going to move to Florida? And I know some of the styles are different, especially for some of you from the West Coast, such as California, or from the Northeast. There is a different style here than what you may be used to. Also, I help you explain the whole planning and process requirements to buy a new construction here, because states differ in their laws. Also, your design center and pool appointments. I stick by your side because I'm a liaison between you and the builder, and I am independent. I do not work for the builder. I'm an independent real estate agent. We are not salaried employees. And also, there's meetings with the construction manager. In fact, I have one this week, which is the pre-drywall. That's critical important because all of those structural options have to be in place before they move forward. So we do stop in between and evaluate. Also, the inspections, you do have a right for a home inspection, and I offer that to the buyers as well. And looking at mortgage options for you, also the walkthrough, vendors. I'm basically a resource for you. And it goes on more than just looking at one community or one builder. So if you want some other options, there's some other new communities here in Southwest Florida to choose from. And I also cover Lee County. So again, let me help you along the way. And I'd like to hear from you. Mary Horesco, Downing Fry Realty, 239-293-9434. Have a great day, and please talk to me soon.